Well,
Not
he
quick.
doesn't. Chuck doesn't like to brag, so I'm going to have to brag for him. This is not the picture that we've been using all of these months. Chuck took the picture that we've been using all of these months, and with an X-Acto knife and some Elmer's glue, he made a miniature of the Mike Langworthy Memorial Theater, which is the actual legal name of this place.
Right.
He made it so to scale and so perfectly that you can't even tell that it's a miniature and not the real thing.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Dollhouses are a hobby of mine. I build them while I watch Kardashian shows.
Dollhouses are a hobby of mine is, of course, Chuck's
My
name.
nickname on Grind.
Oh.
Well,
I used to go to the
welcome.
dollhouse. Alan, I used to go to the dollhouse on Queens Boulevard.
Right.
Really fun.
Well, if we're talking about great
He was
places,
young and experimental. Bruce Lipsky.
okay. If we're talking about young and experimental places to get a massage on a Monday night at 8 o'clock, it must be time for the open mic comedy show. Please welcome your host, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mike Langworthy.
All right.
Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to people showing up. Showing up as they show up. I know that the time zones are really fucked up, so it's much different in Bucharest than it is here. It's even if the time zones were identical, it's much different in Bucharest than it is here. In fact, Bucharest and Romania generally are the two places on planet Earth where Donald Trump will still be welcome in about 6 months. And I don't usually get political.
Whoa.
But after he took a beating that made me wonder if he just enjoys it. That's what happened on this election cycle. Anyway. So you can't make me unhappy tonight because I just heard great news. My girlfriend is getting out of juvie tomorrow.
All right.
Hello.
I like that. You know, before the show started, I was talking with Chuck, as I often do. And
Yes.
because he's our resident expert on the concept of gayness, maybe not in all its forms, but certainly in its most popular forms. And I asked him if there was a certain point, and this was just a prelude question, if there's a certain point, there's some action or some activity after which a gay person would say they're no longer a virgin. Whereas what kind of sex would you be having that would say to you, I'm a gay person who's no longer a virgin? Because if you're a straight person, you're a virgin until you have sex with somebody of the other sex, but I don't know how it works. Apparently anal sex does not make you a non-virgin, according to all the porno sites, if you're a man and a woman.
Really?
Yeah, if you're a man and a woman, it's supposedly the Pope's loophole, so to speak.
I just should point out the Pope's loophole is my nickname on Grindr.
Hello.
I didn't hear that. Was that loophole or poophole? Is that
I
loophole
think
or
you've used up your
A little bit of both, Bruce. A little bit of
Okay.
both.
two grinder minimum.
So that was my initial question: is there such an act? And I was trying to set up a joke, so I'm way past the joke ever having a hope of being funny. But I was hoping that if I asked that question of Chuck, he would give me an answer to which I would respond with the, under the right circumstances, hilarious punchline that I had envisioned. So just for the sake of history, Chuck.
Yeah, Mike.
Is there a physical act between two men after which a formerly inexperienced gay man would say that he was no longer a virgin?
Yes. It's watching Charlie's Angels and realizing Farrah Fawcett doesn't turn you on.
Wow.
See, again, it spoils my setup. It would have to be an actual physical act.
Okay. Yeah. Should I try again?
Well, yeah, Chuck. Chuck, I've been thinking about something. Let's say that comes a time when you find yourself attracted to men, and you continue to be attracted to men, and you realize it's not a passing phase, as all of your pastors are telling you. While you're going down on them, I might add. But that's once you decide that the urge is there and that it's not going to go away, and you decide to act on it, is there a specific sex act between two men after which you in the community would consider yourself not virgins?
Well, Mike, I'm not sure if I'm gay, but I do know that Comes a Time is my nickname on Grindr. And that there's a one-act joke in here that I can't get to. There's a theater joke. I think you're looking for butt sex, Mike. I believe butt sex is the point where you lost your virginity.
Does that hurt at all, like at the beginning of it?
No.
Oh, okay. Then that guy in the men's room wasn't lying to me. Okay.
I guess it depends if the cigarette was lit or not.
Hello, everybody.
All right. So that was known as the trip around the barn that was really around the world.
Right. What are they serving at the bar tonight? What are they serving at the bar tonight? I think it's some setup punch. Hello.
Oh, is there a line? Set up punch line.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up. All right. So you know what? Who's here? We work with what we have. So I'm going to bring our first guy on right now.
Oh, that's
Also Chuck's nickname on Grindr.
yes. That is correct, sir.
Favorite soup, cream of some young guy.
Oh, wow.
Now, that's just an ancient, stupid joke. All right. Anyway, our first guy comes to us all the way from sunny Toledo. And sunny Toledo.
Don't say it, Chuck.
Sunny Toledo is the name of the crime boss
Don't
that
say
runs
it.
the town. Chuck, I've always been curious about this. When you go on Grindr, do you ever use a nickname? I'd really like to hear you. Answer me. Answer me.
Yes. When I'm in Toledo, it's Tulodo. Hello. Hello.
Ouch. Oh, hi. Oh.
Oh, hello. Anyway, all the way from sunny Toledo, Ohio. Please welcome, if you will, Jeffrey Burden II.
Yeah.
This may just turn out to be a chat.
Woohoo.
All right, come on, man.
Yes. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. If you're watching on YouTube, and yeah, I really appreciate it. I'm just trying to. I try to keep up with politics a little bit. President Biden, a little hard to follow. When he says stuff like, your country doesn't care what religion your God went to school with. I mean, what does that mean? I don't understand. It's not. I don't know. All right, I gotta laugh. Hey, we're on the right track. Please feel free to heckle me though if I bite it. Mike already knows this.
I won't tolerate heckling on this show.
From anyone but.
Let's see. I was thinking about how honest I try to be with my grandson. Like I'll say things like Santa's not real. And my wife will go, if you ruin Santa Claus for me and him, we're done. We're done. And I for a moment I thought, does that mean that I could cheat on her? And she would just be a little bit upset, like, when I don't want to go eat with my in-laws on the holidays. I don't know. You kind of think about those opportunities, and I don't know. That legal paperwork would be a little awkward. The reading, under reason for divorce. Mr. Burden doesn't believe in Santa Claus.
Ruined Christmas. That would be the reason they'd give.
That's what. Thank you.
That's your punchline, buddy.
Ruined Christmas. I love it. Thank you.
Sure. By the way, it's not heckling.
Honestly, that's a thing. That's a thing, right? Comedians sort of bounce back ideas, right?
Yes, absolutely, they do. No question about it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It'll be a while before I can give you advice, so I'm sorry, Mike. I apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
It'll be a while before I could give you advice. Right. I digress. So anyways, yeah, I was thinking about, my father. He is very, well, he tries to keep his children close with his nieces and nephews, my cousins, but he gets a little awkward about it. Like I was saying goodbye to one of his nieces, and he says to me right before we leave, he's like, "Oh, whoa, hey, you two are cousins, so hugging's allowed." I'm like, Dad, this isn't the fucking love connection. Please, will you stop? Just stop. I don't know. But he really enjoys talking about who I'm related to. He's like, "Hey, Jeffrey, you are cousins to Marilyn Monroe, 9th cousins." All right, that's one cousin I would like to hug. All right, I will. Not my second cousin, though. I don't care how hot I thought she was. All right, that's no, not going to do it. A saint who ruins Christmas even yet. I don't know. You know what? I think I'm going to stop right there, you guys. But I appreciate it. You've all been lovely, and thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for showing up.
Wow.
It's good to see you. Don't run off just because you are finished with your set. Anyway, so this, by the way, is a Liverpool scarf. People keep telling me, "Oh, I love your Christmas scarf." And I just want to punch them in the face until it's a jelly of blood and bone. I think I'm overreacting.
Does that bah humbug you?
Yes, Chuck, it does. Yes, I should give you a few coppers and send you down to the corner for a goose. That's a very astute Victorian era joke.
I like your Cockney accent.
Yes. Cockney accent is well, I think we all know the end of that sentence. So,
Hello.
Chuck Roy, a man who spends more time on Grindr than a side of beef with a hamburger. Now, let's just move along. What the hell, because we could end this. We could all get on with our lives. Or Chuck could end his life. You never know. It's an exciting proposition.
Wow.
Bruce, you ready to go from New York, live from New York, with a monologue that probably won't be as anti-Semitic as Dave Chappelle's was on Saturday.
But slightly less. Thank you.
Bruce.
All right.
Nice to see you all again. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing personal. It's okay. I recently went to a local county fair, and there was a lot of animals there, and I even saw some peacocks. Which kind of totally surprised me because I never knew those little ground green veggies had penises.
You know,
Next time I'll be more careful when I scrub them. Now I'm curious to see what the black-eyed peas look like. You know, my wife,
like
you know,
Kyrie
she's
Irving fans at a synagogue.
yeah. My wife is into sewing and knitting, and recently she wanted to knit me a sweater, but I told her to make it cashmere because I didn't want to get the wool pulled over my eyes.
It's your look that I like the most.
Now, Duck, I'm really terrified of heights, but every time I drive over a suspension bridge, it really takes a toll on me. I have an aunt that lives on a farm, and I haven't seen her in a long time, so I decided to visit her. As soon as I got there, I recognized her. She's the one with the double D antenna.
Oh. Oh my. Oh my.
You got to take your cuts.
You
You got to take your swing.
know, every time my wife drives, I get the sweats. I start to shake, and I get very nauseous.
Mhm.
After my doctor, he diagnosed me with autoimmune disease. I have a friend who has a celery fetish. I really worry for him. I'm afraid he'd become a stalker.
Hello.
Hello.
I actually have a friend who's an exotic dancer.
Hmm.
Lately, she's been complaining of terrible wrist pain, especially when she's putting on her fishnet stockings.
Hmm.
She went to see a specialist and she was diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome.
Kids. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
I'll rejoin you when it's stop laughing.
I recently got invited to a Curses Anonymous meeting for my friend swearing at ceremony. He was so proud receiving his accolades. Congratulations, you mother effer. Well done, a-hole. F you. No, F you. I'm getting into business now, Alan. In New York City, things have been tough lately. I'm opening a new bar for minors for the
What's it
under
called?
18 for the under 18 crowd. I'm calling it Club Soda.
No, go in, go. I'm sorry.
No.
Killing you. Lately, it's been tough these days. Everything seems double. You know, my chin, my vision, my wife's indemnity policy.
Mm.
Chuck, you know, you can appreciate this. My friend's into drag racing. He invited me to one of their events. I was totally surprised. I never knew that guys wearing 6-inch heels could run that fast.
Uh,
I just applied for dual citizenship. So they asked me what my preference was. I said, you know, pistols at 20 paces. I just started a new business, Jeffrey, flash photography. But it's taken me a while to get comfortable taking pictures and photos in the nude. Fortunately, lately I'm getting a lot of exposure.
Hello.
You know, I have some good friends who are ghosts. Some of my ghost friends are furnishing their new haunted house. So it's a housewarming present. I got them a gift certificate, the Bed Bath and the Great Beyond.
Hmm.
Oh, Jeffrey, I was talking politics with a group of electrons lately, the other day. And this one ion was all charged up. I said, why are you being so negative? He replied, the charges being so high, what's there to be positive about? My friend said, Bruce, let's go to the gun range. I said, it's not my thing, but I'll give it a shot.
Hey.
My friend told me that last night he picked up a new hot rod, which surprised me. I never knew he steered that in direction. When I was younger, I used to see lots of hot chicks. That stopped once I lost my job at Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Oh, man, that was deep.
I was at a formal event the other day and the barmaid asked me if I wanted a drink. I said Mai Tai. She answered, I figured so. It goes well with your tuxedo.
Hey.
You know what the hottest sport is these days?
Sure.
Pickleball. It's one of the hottest new sports. It's like ping pong on a tennis court. But I couldn't get into it because I found it impossible to hit those fermented cucumbers. They just don't bounce. They just flat. And I have a friend of mine who's a mathematician. He owns a farm. To plow his fields, he uses protractors. Me, I'm a John Deere man myself. And one last one. You know, my mechanic just got fired at the gas station. He got caught in the back of the garage, pumping Ethel and Shirley
Oh.
Hello.
and Hot Rod. And Hot Rod. Never knew he steered in that direction.
Call back. Call
Okay.
back. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Wow.
Hey.
I
There's more where that came from.
don't you threaten me, Lipsky. You know what? I loved that. As you may have already told, that there was some jokes in there that you have to admire the absolute nerve of a guy to say them out loud. And there were a lot of funny ones too. But even the ones that even the ones that you might arguably say weren't funny were funny because he's so determined. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Sort of like watching all of Chuck's sets. I'm kidding. Not all your sets are that good. Why did I say that? Why would I do that? Why would I take such a nice moment and turn it sour like that?
Well, you should try to get at least one laughter in the show.
Yeah, I suppose I should. Okay. You talked me into it. I'll stop doing your jokes. All right. But you know,
Lots of love for Bruce Lipsky on the YouTubes there, Mike.
I would like to, well, come on, he was hilarious.
Sarah Green is watching. Stacy's watching. Evil Dave is watching.
Oh,
Evil Dave. That's a name.
If she's watching, we should say, we want you to come onto the show, Sarah. Come back onto the show.
Right.
If even if you don't want to do stand-up, we could really use your laugh. It's got an incredible laugh. All right. So first of all, I want to know from the Longshores where the hell their son is.
Yeah, really.
You don't have to take yourself off mute or anything. You just want to know, where is your kid? With all the things that are going on in Europe today, I worry.
Hmm.
We hope he's in Romania.
That's a line you don't hear very often.
That's Chuck's Rinder thing.
Yeah. I hope he's in.
Wasn't he supposed to
And-
be on tonight?
Yes.
Was
Yes.
supposed to be on.
I would think
That's why
so.
I'm asking. And we'll understand if we don't have very many comics tonight, and we'll understand if you leave, but we'd love to have you stay, even if your son somehow doesn't make it. I don't know if he knows he's supposed to be on the show, but we know he is.
Hmm.
No, he did tell us. Right?
No,
Yeah, he did say,
he did tell
but it
us.
was a couple weeks.
Yes,
ago.
well, he wouldn't. I'm sure he wouldn't tell you without knowing.
Hmm.
So, but maybe he got an audition. Who knows?
Yeah, what time is
Maybe
it there
it's only
now?
4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's
I'm not saying all the casting directors in Romania are on the up and up, my friend.
All it takes
I'm
is
saying he
one.
might have gotten an audition. That's all I'm saying.
Is that what time it is there? 4 a.m?
What he's auditioning for, I don't know.
Say no more. Say
Maybe-
no more.
Maybe he's thinking through it. sleeping through his set tonight.
We're here. We've laughed a lot already.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, come on, Lipsky.
So what are you watching?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
I don't know.
uncalled for, Chuck. Uncalled.
The helium from the clown next door blowing up balloons.
It's late in New York.
Hey, you know what? I wasn't going to spend time in between sets, and now I've spent time. But most of it was the Longshores being extremely charming and amusing. So thank you, and thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Because
Or however you
without
reacted.
you, we're just a bunch of guys sitting alone in a room talking to our computer. Oh, well, never mind.
Don't go there.
Well, Alan,
Yeah, I wonder who's next.
it's, well, you mean after you? Because there are people coming after.
Oh, are there?
Well, there's at least one hilarious guy on the show tonight. I mean, but let's not talk about me. Let's bring our next performers up. This guy, I don't know if you guys have been around for me to tell that Al and I have known each other for a long time. Speaking of which, remind me after you get off to say something about my travel plans. They involve New York. Please welcome Alan Enlow, ladies and gentlemen. Alan.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Well, as you can see, I'm here in at Bill Cosby's stoop right here. So if you drop by the neighborhood, maybe I'll give you a little drink. Hey, hey, hey. Anyway, so I just turned 70 a couple of months ago, and I'm feeling my seniorosity. Is that a name? Is that a word? I've actually started working in nursing homes as an entertainer, and it's a lot of fun. And whenever I tell people that, they always react the same. They go, "Oh, that's so nice of you to donate your time to the senior citizens. That's so wonderful." Like I'm not donating my time. I'm actually getting paid for it. It's not like I show up in the lobby of the building and start doing Motown. Secretary's going, security, listen, we got an old man, looks like he's about to put on blackface. Get down here, call Black Lives Matter and get down here pronto. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun because you can tell the same jokes over and over again when you're working at a nursing home, and they don't know, Of course, I'm going to be there soon, and I'm probably not performing, just in my own room performing for myself. Knock, knock, who's there? Alzheimer's who? Knock, knock, who's there? Alzheimer's who? Knock, knock, who's there? I could continue if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Yeah. But listen, I'm trying really hard to keep up with the latest stuff. I admit when the pronouns first came out, I was pretty much a he, him, has been. I really wasn't into it. But now I actually insist. I insist, if you're going to talk about something and refer to someone, please use the pronouns, because if you don't, guess who gets in trouble? Right? I'm at a party. This woman sachets over and goes, "Hello, my name is Susan, and I just want to let everyone know at the party that I'm getting married next week." And I was like, "That's great. Congratulations. What's your husband's name?" She got pissed off. She was like, "Well, you must know my husband's name is Pam, and you were being microaggressive." It's like, I wasn't being microaggressive. I was being micro-misinformed. If you're going to tell me you're marrying someone, drop the pronouns. I don't have to play the stupid guessing game. Are you marrying a man, a woman, a trans person? Oh, that's right. I met your husband. His name is Bob. Please use the pronouns. I don't have to play that stupid guessing game. Now, I sympathize with the pronoun people. For years, everybody thought I was gay, and there's nothing wrong with that, Chuck. It's just that's just not me. But even my mom, who was the most conservative Southern Baptist woman on the face of the planet, kept asking me if I was gay. and my mom's not the sharpest tool. I mean, she actually thought that the word fart, she actually thought that the F word was fart for years. But she kept asking me, she's like, are you sure you're not gay? I think you're gay. You know why I think you're gay? Because you never have a girlfriend. The reason I never had a girlfriend is because my parents had pictures of God plastered all over our house. You ever try to make love with a picture of God staring at you? And this was the happy God. He wasn't judging me. He was making fun of me. He's like, seriously? You call that making love? Your girlfriend yelled out, oh my God, when she had an orgasm, and I know I'm God. She was faking. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Chuck, you were supposed to flash up the word punchline at the end of that joke. I guess the graphics aren't working tonight.
I think we all made ours in our heads.
Okay. Anyway, as I say, I'm trying to keep up with things. Luckily, I have a 30-year-old daughter, and she's my social justice hero. But I always get in trouble somehow when I'm with her. I always end up saying something racist. We went to unintentionally, of course, we went to a movie premiere, and there was a young black kid in the film. And I turned to my daughter. I said, wow, this kid is so well-spoken. And she yelled at me. She's like, oh my God, Dad, can't call a black person well-spoken. That could be misconstrued. So I tried to laugh it off. I was like, oh, misconstrued. That's that drag queen at the RuPaul show. Dad, don't make jokes. That's not funny. But I said it though because this kid was not black. I said it because he was a teenager. I don't know about you. When I was a teenager, I was a moron. I didn't read at all. I watched cartoons all day. Even when I was in college, my roommate is studying all night long, and I'd be in the corner literally doing Popeye impressions for myself. Well, blow me down. It's like, dude, I'm trying to study. Enough with the blowing. But I voted. I'm glad I got out there and voted. And I have to admit, I do agree with Trump on one thing, and that is that I think that we do need to make America great again. Yeah. Back before the white man showed up and fucked up the country. In fact, I think all politicians should have Native American names because they're much more honest. If you're talking to Sitting Bull, he's not full of sitting bullshit. All right. I think Joe Biden would be whispering pervert. Come on, kids. I want to take you in the back room and show you my big infrastructure bill. Of course, Vladimir Putin would be. I forgot. I lost my page here. I lost my notes. Vladimir Putin would be hanging with horses. You always see him in pictures with horses, riding a horse. That's right. I love horses. My father bought me a horse when I was a little kid. And he said, always never put the cart before the horse. I said, Daddy, that is wrong. You always put the cart before the horse, because that way, when you're having sex with it, it doesn't run away.
Mm.
All right. I think my time's just about up. In show business.
Well, there's a lot of years left after 70.
Yeah. So I'm going to end with some quick impressions. This is Jackie Chan going to the bathroom. Never eat poo-poo platter again. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cardi B making a phone call. Thank you. If Doc from Back to the Future were running for president, my fellow Americans, if I'm elected, I'm going back to the future because this country's fucked up. Thank you. And finally, this is Gilbert Gottfried telling his favorite knock-knock joke. Knock, knock, who's there? Not me, because I'm dead.
He just,
He just walked out. He just mic dropped.
well, I guess, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Are you back? What,
I don't know where I am.
hold on, are you done?
I'm 70. I have no idea.
Really have a little, it'd be a lot funnier if I wasn't older than you.
That's the best set I ever had.
No, I've seen better sets. Well, now come to think of it. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, Alan. Let's clap for him. There's not very many people here.
Hey, all right, Alan.
Very few people.
I heard you breathing during my set. So
far, less than half of the people who were on the list are here, and a couple of people who weren't. So let's talk about the various things that we do, Chuck. Aside from
please,
which most nights runs quite long because we have a lot of performers. I've just got an email that said Denny Rydell might be here in a few minutes. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I've been dealing with Magic Moments for several years, helping to write the shows. It's an inclusive theater group that does a jukebox musical every year that I help to write, that my daughter performs in. It's a wonderful thing. If anybody is in Detroit, they should come. They should come to the show. I said Detroit, didn't I? If anyone is in Denver, if anyone's in Denver, they should come and see the show. If you're in Detroit, definitely do not go to see the show because it's,
well, unless you like a long drive.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least one person who comes from Detroit.
Yeah, but be that as it may. Anyway, it's a good show. MagicMomentsInc.org is the website for it, where you can see more of what they do, and you can also contribute, which you should do, you cheap bastards. And I really like it. And you know, Chuck,
Mike,
I've often wondered if there were some way that you tried to help the community other than just producing these shows.
well, I do produce these shows, and I feel like they do help the community immensely. And you know who else helps the community immensely, Mike? The gang at Elevating Connections. We had a big dinner this year, and I appreciate the kind recognition they gave us there, Mike. What did you have? I had the steak. What did you have? Vegetable?
No, I had the
Pasta? You had the steak too. It was delicious. What Elevating Connections does is put programs together for youth who are separated from their siblings by the foster care system. It's important to provide them opportunities to get back together with their siblings. So Elevating Connections does that, and we like to donate 10% of every ticket sale, and 10% of every corporate event fee goes to Elevating Connections. And then should point out, if you're on Anchor, so are we, and that puts our shows on the Spotify and whatnot. Well, thank you, Elevating Connections, for saying nice things on the YouTubes. That's they're watching there. And potentially listening on Anchor FM. Shit. The guys in graphics they're telling the truth.
Are they messing you up again?
Yeah, I haven't posted on Anchor for a year. I'm just full of shit when I talk about it. And speaking of full of shit, that's our link tree, and it could use some water. So feel free, visit our link tree and join our socials, would you please? That's how you can find us here on the YouTubes where you may be watching, like Sarah was, and Stacy is, and Evil Dave is watching as well. So perhaps they found out because they subscribe, and then they get a notification when we go live, and they're like, better join. Because you know, even our YouTube audience, you get cool prizes. What, Mike?
What are there? Wait a minute. Are there prizes?
I swear. And our VIPs, you get terrific prizes for the Longshores and Denny and such. I've got prizes for you. Even if James isn't here, we got cool VIP prizes for the Longshores. First of all, you can choose from any one of these mailboxes, and the prize is that there'll be absolutely no campaign flyers in any and all of these mailboxes. So no election mail sent, and enjoy these mailboxes for absolutely campaign flyer free mail. Even if you live in Georgia.
Yeah, so yeah, well, you get a chance to use them twice this year if you're in Georgia.
Right. Yeah. I don't know how we do it. But we got you a terrific vacation, all expenses paid, 8 days, 3 very long but very fun nights in Venice. Enjoy that trip to Venice there, Longshores. You'll be able to stay at the Piazza San Marco. Virtually any room is yours. So take a look. Mike, which one were you going to stay in? And then the Longshores will be able to choose which one they'd like.
I'm going to stay in the one that is directly facing us. It's all the way at the end of the piazza between the 5th and the 6th column.
Oh, so your regular room. How terrific. I think that'll be terrific. The Longshores, you get to stay any other room, whichever one Mike is staying in. That one is good for you, but also whichever one you like. So enjoy the Piazza San Marco. And then also you get a moped. You'll be the toast of the town on your new moped. Everyone in the stylish crowd in Venice is going to think they must be on their way to see Wakanda Forever. That's how cool you're going to be.
Oh my
your wicked awesome new moped. And stylish people like yourselves, you can't be busy doing laundry. You're busy winning cool prizes with your VIP package. So we get you these washboard abs. These guys will do your laundry anytime you need to. And then, of course, Longshores, you get your very own VIP Carol Channing. She's virtually yours, and she's virtually yours forever. And you can keep her, and she'll say fun things like, I told Captain Stubing that the washboard abs bit is longer and tighter than an Arizona election. Wow. Very poignant. Yeah, she's getting very political. And then I got you this as well. This is the open mic comedy show, Virtual Italian Salad. Features farm fresh cheese and served with more old vegetables than most audiences can stand. Okay.
Is there anything that goes with something like that? By any chance? Maybe.
Wonder who would pop up to see this.
Yeah, Mike, actually, you get a VIP evening dinner with former earlobe model Sophia Gina Alfa Romeo.
Wow.
Is that exciting? Is there perhaps something else you thought might pop up here?
I just wondered if maybe
Yes, you also get a virtual salad hand tossed by fresh Mark Scapone from the Colorado Comedy Show's virtual event center catering staff. So feel free to enjoy. You're wicked
Got here
awesome.
just in time.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody. So those are your prizes for the VIP package. Those of you watching on YouTube or in the general admission area, we've got prizes for you. They're just not as cool. You get to choose from any one of the 2 mailboxes. One is got no election flyers. The other has a letter in there that says summons. So choose wisely. You do get to choose. And the Longshores won a trip to Venice. So sorry, general admission, but you get a trip to Venice Beach. That's pretty fun. Hang out in Venice Beach at the skate park and watch more flips than you did on election night.
Hey.
Right. Thank you. That one was Mike. Did you write that one? It was too clever for me. In Venice Beach, while you're hanging out, you can hang out with my friend Steve. He's going to tell you about that time he got miracled into a Les Claypool concert and then saw the Disco Biscuits. Enjoy that. That's fun to hang out with Steve. After you're done hanging out with Steve, you'll enjoy 3 days and 2 really long nights at the Ramada Inn in Bangor, Maine, where you also get to make your own Italian feast. And comes with the salad. So please enjoy your salad for those of you watching.
Better with an Italian feast than salad.
Stacy, I hope you enjoyed your trip to Venice Beach. And then heterosexuals, can't leave you out. We've got a prize for you. Enjoy Marlena. She's 24 and a paralegal student.
She's very interested in having a permanent.
A pair of what?
Right, she's a paralegal student, so she's really good at getting into your briefs. Hello.
Got a pair of
And look who popped up.
Which was her.
a salad for you. Those are the prizes for everybody here who joins us at Open Mic Comedy Show. Thanks, everybody. And now back to your lovely show host, Mr. Mike Langworthy.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I've been hearing
Voices?
yes, great things. I've been hearing great things about everybody who's on the show and everybody who's visiting the show tonight. We have a late ad that I'm really looking forward to seeing. And I'm sure that the rest of you are too. She just may, I'm not going to go on a limb here, but she may have recently done something with her hair. And that alone is worth the price of admission. So please welcome, if you will, from Canada, which has applied for nation status. Please welcome Lorna Batters.
Whoa.
Oh, hi. Wasn't expecting to be first though, but great. Hi, I'm here in my gazebo. I've not lit a cigarette yet.
Oh,
I was in a bikini 2 days ago. I think my neighbor will be very pleased that it's now cold. But I do have I have a lovely lady that lives across the road from me. She's called Connie. She's very nice. She's always wanting to do stuff for me. I don't need it, but it's good. But the guy on this side bought his house, and he's a very nice Indian fellow. And then told me that his best mate was buying the house on this side. And I made a joke saying, wow, you guys trying to buy up this whole plot? You're going to want me to move soon? And he went, no. So that's when it started. So then he started building stuff in his garden, which is great. And he's a very nice man. His name's Enlow. And he told me this wee boy in his garden was his grandson, but the grandson calls him Daddy and tells him he's shit at football. But then they had another thing. They had this a little like gazebo thing like I have right at the back door. But they had this like what's the wee swing called? The porch swing thing. It squeaked a lot. And they did nothing about it. And I'd be sitting out, I'd be like 8 hours a day, I'd be sitting in the garden. I'm like, eh. So, like any normal, rational 40-odd-year-old woman, I decided to wait till 4 o'clock in the morning, play some Mission Impossible music and video it as I snuck down to his little and spray some WD-40 on it. And then I told somebody on a comedy Zoom and they said, well, you just committed a felony and now you're telling everybody on a Zoom. And I'm like, no, it wasn't breaking it. The gate was open. And they're like, And also my Uncle Gerald wasn't very happy. So he said, no, you should have just gone round the proper way and talked to him. So I did the next day because it didn't work. And I brought a bottle of WD-40 with me and said, hey, hi, just me, next door neighbor. And I think you might need this. And he went, oh, yeah, I'll have some of that. And I'm like, oh, why don't you use it? And the kid, I've never seen again. The child is now afraid of me, but I have that effect in children. Then he started like a wee vegetable patch. That's nice.
sure.
But we have like one of those like crisscrossy chain link fence things.
Yeah.
So I got a shitload of tomatoes through. And then I felt bad because I'm that kind of person. And so I thought, well, I'll do the obvious thing. I will get my wee Tupperware bowl, pick all these tomatoes, I'll take it round, and obviously the nice person he is, he'll say, oh, don't be silly, they came through on your side of the fence, you have them. No, he took them and I didn't even get my Tupperware back.
Bastards.
Cunt. Sorry. So I can tell you that any tomatoes that have come through since then have been gorgeous. But then there's the guy on the other side, his best friend. He started a whole tomato patch and vegetable garden. In fact, they've even gone further because we have I don't know if you can see, but there's a fence right behind me. So his friend has gone through the wee gate out to the field behind me, which is a hydro field. I only just found this out. I was like, well, it's a big field where they have all the big pylons. I learned in skid school when I was learning how to drive on ice, they don't call them pylons. That was an unfortunate day when he's going, go for the pylon, and I'm going to go for the fucking pylon. Apparently pylon is traffic cone here. That was an unfortunate day. But yeah, so he's built this whole wee allotment thing with all the vegetables behind, and they're very nice. They bring round a wee basket for me every now and again, a wee carrier bag with all the vegetables. But recently, there was a big vine coming through the fence that we're supposed to go halves on. They didn't pay anything. But that's fine. I needed a fence, so whatever. The fact that they pulled on it and ripped it down when they moved in, it's nothing to do with that. But I paid for the fence. That's fine. And then all these vines started coming through it. And then the other September, I noticed a fucking watermelon in Toronto. So the wee short vine had the watermelon, and the big long vine was just there. And I thought, well, I've got nothing growing on the side, so I'll just push this vine to make it look like I actually have some greenery. So the other day I was sat in the garden, and I saw the guy out. I can see him between the cracks, and he comes out and he finds this vine, right? He finds the fact that it's going to my side of the garden. So I'm watching him. I'm sitting there in the sun, having a beer. And all of a sudden, the whole fucking long vine just went straight through the fence. And then he tries to pull the other one, which is this long, which has the watermelon attached to it. And so he tries and he pulls it, goes against the fence. So I'm watching and I'm like, what can you do now, pal? And he's got those blue latex gloves, the medical gloves that everybody's wearing now because we all bought 100 when the whole pandemic started. So he's wearing those, and you can see his wee fingers coming through this one wee fence panel, like this, these wee blue fingers. And he's poking at the watermelon. And then he starts trying to pull the fence panel. And I'm like, you gave me no money for that. You're out your mind if you think you're going to break that fence panel for a fucking watermelon. And what's your plan, actually? Because this hole is the width of a cigarette. So how is he planning to pull this watermelon through that hole? So anyway, he goes to get something else. So meanwhile, I run, which I can't really do very well, but I was quicker than him, obviously. I ran into the house and I got my wee snippers and the watermelon has been living in my kitchen for the last 3 weeks. But this wee guy came back and all you could see was these wee blue fingers coming through what? Suddenly there was nothing there. And I'm like, And he's never mentioned it to me. Never. So I don't know what he thought happened, but the watermelon's gone, dude. Gone. And I don't know if that was in response to the fact that he'd been having open fires in his back garden for the last 6 weeks, and I phoned the fire brigade. But like, I've just built a gazebo with curtains and it's all wood and stuff. So what the fuck are you burning every night for 6 weeks? Dead bodies? Like, and do you think I'm scared? I read all these books. I know better ways to get rid of bodies than burn them in a fucking drum in your back garden. That's just silly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's what I've got for you right now. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff, but I haven't really put it together yet. So there we go. That's my neighbors.
Thank you very much. And a trip down neighborhood memory lane. Lorna Batters, ladies and gentlemen, do not attempt to grow fruits and vegetables illegally anywhere near Lorna Batters. Do not try to say Lorna Batters if you don't know how to speak.
No, I'm a very nice person, but if you fuck with me, I will kill you and put you in the boot of my car, and I will help people look for you. That's all I'm saying.
That's how you get rid of a dead body.
There you go.
Am I right? Hey, and look who just came in. Lorna, straight from New York. One of our faves. We like her.
My new neighbor. It's my new
We
neighbor.
like all of our people tonight.
Oh, hey.
It's been a small crowd, but a merry one. And Danny has been doing whatever Danny does on a Monday night, and now she's here to entertain us with her cat. Please,
Danny.
if you will,
Hey,
giantest cats in Manhattan, Danny Rydell.
Danny.
Thank you so much.
Yay.
Great to be here. Great to be here. Yes, I am joined tonight by my cat, Marcel. So he may be making an appearance or two. I'm not sure if I should apologize for that yet or not. We'll find out. But I thought I might take you all on a trip down memory lane tonight myself, actually, and tell you a little story. Did anybody else here have a shit time in high school?
Yep.
Yes.
Like 3 people? What, the rest of you were the bullies?
Uh-huh.
Hey, I had to swim
Yeah.
naked in high school.
I was Scottish in an English high school. What do you think?
So you're one of the good ones.
Uh,
The rest of you were the bullies. Look what you've done.
Yeah.
Look what
very
you
nice.
have created. Look at the monster that you have made all these years later. No, it was bad. I mean, I had a messed up childhood. I mean, you know, go figure. I'm an alcoholic stand-up comedian with rage issues. My God, I really do. I really am. I'm a recovering alcoholic, but I prefer the more flattering term inactive lush. I used to use alcohol to deal with my rage issues. Now I just have AA meetings, which is what I call putting fresh batteries in my vibrator.
Wait a minute.
I mean, that's my higher power. We all know. Yeah. But I got bullied in high school, like a lot. It was bad. I got bullied so much in high school. I've had people ask me why I didn't become a school shooter. Because it was the early 90s. I didn't know it was an option yet. Years before it was all the rage, you know. But I had one thing in high school that made me happy, which was I had a super hot boyfriend. Well, super hot to me anyway. But you guys remember being in high school, and you know when you're at that weird stage of teenage boy growth where your body hasn't quite grown into your dick yet? This guy, my high school boyfriend, he's 6'2", weighs 98 pounds, and is packing a butternut squash. You guys, it was magnificent. It was magnificent. But here's the thing. I'm Jewish, which means I have a Jewish mother. And how do you think my Jewish mother felt about me playing around with Goisha butternut squash? Yeah, no, her only interest was squashing any joy that I might get while I was in high school, of course. So we were not allowed to date. And we did what any two teenagers would do who aren't allowed to date. We snuck around in school after class and basically found places to hide and went down on each other until the last bus left. One day we found the best place to hide ever, like back corner of the school under a staircase. So we were totally hidden, total privacy. And it was a vertically oriented space. So it just kind of made the most sense for the person with the penis to be on the receiving end of the oral sex on that day. And I'm a big fan of butternut squash, so I had no complaints. And everything was going very well. Like I was having a great time with a mouthful of butternut squash. And there, no one can see us. We're under a staircase. We have total privacy. Until I saw a shadow creeping up behind me. And you guys, it turns out that our great oral sex hiding spot was actually the secret teacher's smoking area.
Oh,
Yeah, we got in big trouble. We got suspended for 3 days for that. I don't know who had it worse. The person who had to go to science class for the rest of the year every day, knowing his teacher had seen his fully erect dick, or me going home to my Jewish mother. You do not want to go home to your Jewish mother when you're in trouble. Just ask Jesus. In retrospect, I should have thought of faking my own death. Would have been better. But I'd gotten in trouble in high school before is the thing. I got in trouble in high school all the time for dumb little shit, like, you know, going on a rant about democratic socialism in math class or something, right? And every time I'd get detention for that, I'd come home from detention and my mother would say, "Young lady, that mouth is going to get you in trouble someday." Bitch should have known I was going to take some artistic license with that. But yeah, no, but that was the worst trouble I'd ever been in high school. And at the end of the day, here's what I learned in high school. Every time something comes out of my mouth, I get detention for 3 hours. But as soon as something comes in my mouth, I get 3 days off. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what the Philadelphia public school system thinks about a woman's opinions. I'm Danny. Thank you so much.
Okay. Danny, Rydell, ladies and gentlemen, I just think it's mandatory to say before we wrap up tonight that packing a butternut squash is Chuck's grinder.
hello.
Is what?
Chuck's
Hello.
grinder is packing a butternut squash.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't date Trump, but it would have been mushroom penis.
Yeah, that's right. Button mushroom Trump.
Oh, that would have been a much less exciting story.
And life, I must say.
It must be true, though. There's no other possible explanation.
Yeah. That's, yeah. So Chuck,
Mike,
we didn't have our usual 15 or so people to perform tonight. And
no, it's
I
exciting.
miss having a larger crowd, I'll be honest, but I really love the people that we did have. So
Yes.
this was an outstanding show. Bruce, I gotta tell you, man, he's just like bang, bang, bang. It was like watching Henning Youngman.
Right.
Don't know who
Very
Henning
funny.
Youngman is. Shame on you.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that Bang 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 is my nickname.
Yeah, he would be.
Not Henny Youngman?
Right. No, that's illegal.
His nickname is Hey There, Young Man. But anyway, you know what, Chuck? We should still, in the interest of full exploring, we should do the smile and whatever the funny
All right,
face.
everybody, point to a
Sorry,
space.
Sarah left, but anyway.
Point
What are
to
we
a
pointing
space
to?
that's available above you on the screen.
Okay. But where's, I don't see, no.
I'm on the top of the screen, so.
There you are.
Yeah, but there's
On my-
room in there. There's room in your picture for both of those.
On mine.
1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
The end of the show, and room in there for 2 of your fingers is Chuck's.
Yep.
nickname.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you, YouTubes. We're ending on that for
Are
the
we gonna-
YouTubes.
We're letting the YouTube go.
We